This is the Weather Xtreme video, the morning edition for Tuesday, October 7th. I'm James Spann. Still the risk of a few storms today, but like yesterday, the better chance will likely stay over the northern part of the state, north of U.S. 278. Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden. Not so sure we see a lot of rain over the next 5 to 7 days. Let's go in there and take a look. This is the big picture this morning. Water vapor satellite view, big trough over the east. That brought that cool air for the weekend. And the air aloft with that feature, very cold. And, of course, we had some storms with very large hail yesterday north of Birmingham. And we could see a few more strong storms later today. This is the radar that was at 5:06 this morning. One batch of storms exiting northeast Alabama, still raining up in parts of DeKalb County around Fort Payne, Valley Head, Mentone, over into the northwest corner of Georgia. And the rest of the state relatively quiet. In terms of the severe weather potential, no formal risk, but we do have the low-end 5% severe weather possibilities, basically in the same place as yesterday in Alabama, generally north of Interstate 59. And the risk, like yesterday, would be from hail. This is the overall rain for the next 5 days. This is valid through Sunday morning. And a very sharp gradient up there near the Tennessee border. This is suggesting rain amounts of maybe 2 inches, but down in Dothan, not a drop. And again, clearly the better coverage and the higher rain totals will be north of where we are. Tropical weather, again, quiet as a mouse. But again, the GFS continues to suggest it's some Gulf of Mexico mischief in about a week. We'll show you that. And an astronomy reminder, an eclipse of the moon early tomorrow morning on the western horizon. The moon will be setting as this happens, but you'll be able to see the moon just kind of looking dark red between about 5:24 Central and 6:24 Central. So look back toward the western horizon. A pretty decent chance the sky will allow us to do that. All right, model fans. This is the GFS, the OZ run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time. And, of course, this is at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet up. And you can see the cold trough beginning to lift out. The axis is a little east of here. And down below that, this is the synoptic scale look off the GFS. And you can see it's hinting the better chance of showers and storms will be over the Tennessee Valley. And sure enough, the high resolution HRRR suggests the same thing. This is 11 o'clock this morning. It's got this next batch of showers and storms basically along and north of a line from near Vernon to Cullman to Fort Payne. South of that, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston, Gadsden, nothing. And then you go to 3 o'clock today, and that batch of storms is gone, and the whole state is dry. So it looks like we'll have a batch of storms this morning, mainly over the Tennessee Valley. And this afternoon just looks fairly dry and relatively warm, and it sure looks like now we'll see low 80s today with the lack of clouds and showers like we had yesterday. Now, this is tomorrow, and again, the GFS wants to put down a few scattered showers, but I'm not so sure that happens. We'll mention a slight chance of a shower tomorrow. And pretty much the same deal on Thursday. Could there be a shower? Yes, but they should be fairly isolated. And the weather will be noticeably warmer with highs up in the middle 80s tomorrow and Thursday. So isolated showers, warm, weather more humid. And this is Friday. There's a cold front north of the state. And the question is, where does the front stall out? And the latest data suggesting that thing might stall out pretty far north of Alabama. There's a look at the upper flow on Saturday, and you can see that the trough is gone. It's a zonal flow, and down below that, the front hangs up this time really over northern Tennessee and Arkansas. And this is leaving most of Alabama dry on Saturdays. You know, we've got a chance of scattered showers and storms going in the forecast now, but if we see this trend continuing, we can really begin to think about easing off on that and just going with a warm and dry forecast. And really the same thing on Sunday. This is suggesting the better chance of showers over Tennessee, maybe North Mississippi, but a pretty good chunk of Alabama will be dry. And for the weekend, the weather stays warm with the front holding up north of us. We'll probably see low and mid 80s. So at the moment, the weekend is trending warmer and drier. And by the way, if you're going down to the National Shrimp Festival in Gulf Shores later this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the weather down there could not be better. Sunny days, fair nights, just beautiful. Here's Monday of next week. The boundary moves a little farther to the south, and that would suggest maybe a better chance of showers at that point. And then Tuesday, the front dissipates, and that looks relatively dry. And no cool air getting in here. This upper pattern is not allowing that, so we'll stay relatively warm. Now, let's go out there toward the 19th of October. This is at the end of that following weekend out there, and this is suggesting the Gulf of Mexico system is down there in the Bay of Campeche. Looks like it's moving into Mexico. And, of course, we've seen all kind of looks with this. But, again, there's been some very good consistency in the idea of a late season system down there. And the end of the forecast. This is October the 22nd. Nothing odd in the upper look there. And down below that, that looks relatively dry and still warm. No sign of any really cool air getting in here like we saw this past weekend. There's the temperatures for the next 15 days. We've got low to mid 80s. Really through early next week, and then highs going back in the 70s by about the 18th and 19th, with lows in the 50s by then. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. And if you can, catch us this evening on the live stream of the television side, ABC 3340 News, at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.